You're listening to the John and Heidi Show Bonus Hour. If you miss any of the program, you can find the podcast at the bottom of the page at sunnyradio.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday. We've got a couple of guests that we're going to talk to today. First of all, we've got Poppy Day. We're going to be chatting with Jane Myros here in a moment. And then we have Elly from the Union Gospel Mission, going to talk about a couple of different things they have coming up, including the human race. Now, tomorrow is a special day in Sioux Falls. The mayor of Sioux Falls, Paul Tenhaken, has proclaimed tomorrow as Poppy Day in Sioux Falls. And the American Legion Auxiliary is doing something really special to celebrate that. And on the line right now, I have Jane Myros on the phone right now. And Jane, you're with the American Legion Auxiliary in Sioux Falls, is that correct?
That is correct.
And this Saturday, again, Poppy Day, and red poppies are very symbolic. Let's talk about what the symbolism is behind the red poppy and why this is something that really is a very special thing.
Okay, great. Actually, the poppy started after World War I. So right after 1918 in Belgium, and it was the World War I battlefield, and it was called Flanders Field. And after the war, then the poppies grew after the burial of the fallen soldiers. And so we have 368 Americans buried there in Belgium. And so they basically said, well, it's not the blood that caused it, but the poppy somehow grew after the battle in World War I. So the American Legion Auxiliary took to doing poppies for Memorial Weekend, and the auxiliary usually does it the weekend before Armed Forces Day. And so we go to different businesses, we stand outside, we distribute poppies, we don't sell them. So anybody wants to give us a donation, the poppy is worn to symbolize the sacrifices made by our fallen service members. So we're honoring them, and it's just a great tribute to them for the service that they did. And we do it other times throughout the year, but this is our main fundraiser. Any donations we do get are used for veterans programs, their families, active military, but it all has to go to veterans programs. We can't use it for anything else.
I love that. And again, tomorrow is the big day. May 20th, 2023 has been dedicated as Poppy Day by the Office of the Mayor, Paul Tenhaken of Sioux Falls. And again, Red Poppy chairperson right now on the line, we have Jane Myros. And Jane, how long have you been involved with the American Legion Auxiliary?
About 8 years. I was past president for 2 years, and then I stepped down from that, and then I took over the Poppy program.
And this is a program that's been going on for a long, long time, but it's something people look forward to every time you do it, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think the auxiliary started it in 1921, if I'm correct.
And if somebody would like to find you guys tomorrow, I'll make sure we put this on Facebook as well, but you'll be at Hy-Vee at 26th and Marion, 57th and Cliff, 37th in Minnesota, and then Walmart 41st and Louise, and Walmart at 85th in Minnesota, and the Lewis Drug at 26th and Sycamore. And like I said, I'll post that on Facebook as well to make it easy so they can find you. Thank you so much for all that you do, and thank you for being a part of this and stepping up and being the Red Poppy chairperson. I love that.
Absolutely. So come to these businesses. We'll be standing outside, and we'll be having our little poppies out there and our donation bucket if you want to make a donation for the veterans.
I love that. Again, tomorrow is the big day. It's Poppy Day. I've got all the information at facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News. Coming up in just a moment, we'll visit with Elly from the Union Gospel Mission. Thanks for listening on a Friday.
What a year. With prices on everything going up, it's more important than ever to have a better credit card. Some people use a credit card that's not a very good one. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we promise probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Very excited to visit with Elly from the Union Gospel Mission. We're going to talk about a couple of different things because they've got a lot of fun stuff going on. First of all, they are one of the organizations that will be part of the Human Race, which is coming up on June 3rd. And they also have Rock the Block on June 10th and 11th. Elly, you guys are busy down there, aren't you?
It is so fun, John. We really love to partner with organizations and nonprofits that really focus on health and wellness because, our guests really need that encouragement. So this is the Human Race with Health Connect is going to be a great opportunity for our guests to be able to walk or run to support the community.
And it's a wonderful event. This is the 4th annual Human Race, and I've been a part of all of them. They're just a great event. And for folks that haven't been a part of this, I'll explain. Instead of each group doing their own individual smaller event, we've got 10 nonprofits that come together with Health Connect, so 11, I guess, that put on this one big event. And it turns into a really nice thing where there's a lot of synergy. Organizations that are both nonprofits that don't really compete with each other, but they complement each other. And a lot of great people all get together on one day. It's Saturday, June 3rd, 8 a.m., Sertoma Park. And when you're walking, you get to choose who am I walking for. And you'd like folks to walk for Union Gospel Mission, wouldn't you?
Of course. You can make a selection for any of those nonprofits. And the great part is that, we're here to support the community. So whether you run or walk to support the mission, that would be awesome. But we would love to see more support, all ages, men, women, children, come on out and join the Human Race community fundraising effort.
And again, that's coming up on Saturday, June 3rd. And then a little bit after that, on June 10th and June 11th, we've got a couple of different things happening at Union Gospel Mission. Rock the Block Community Outreach Weekend. Let's talk about what's happening on the 10th first.
Yeah. So we have community revitalization. We're partnering with amazing nonprofits in our community, including Habitat for Humanity, BAM, which is a community outreach nonprofit here in town, and the Community Revitalization Collaborative, the CRC, that is going to, we're coming together for revitalization. So Saturday, June 10th, there's 2 opportunities to volunteer. You can paint decks, you can plant trees, shrubs, flowers, decorate flower pots, paint benches, put up planters, raise garden beds, planting crosswalks and bump outs, and other really fun projects. And so all the details I know that John will be sharing, it's SiouxFallsHabitat.com. Otherwise, you can click the link to learn more on how to volunteer specifically for Saturday, June 10th for the Rock the Block Community Revitalization Day.
And then the party continues on Sunday the 11th. Let's talk about that.
Absolutely. Rock the Block continues Sunday, June 11th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. We're going to have a block party on 8th Street and Weber Avenue with food trucks, kids activities, and outreach opportunities to serve the community, serving a meal, serving for various opportunities for that day, live entertainment, bike safety education, and then just in general, it's a great way to help with the community building downtown this area. We are looking for people to give towards this effort. So all the details could be found at ugmsiouxfalls.com on our Facebook page or the link.
And again, Union Gospel Mission hosting Rock the Block June 10th and 11th. And also they'll be a part of the Human Race on June 3rd. So we were talking ahead of time. We can't quite remember if that's where we met, but it might have been Rock the Block. But even if it's not where we met, it's certainly where I got to know you, and I've gotten to like you a lot. Yeah. You're awesome, and everybody there at the Union Gospel, you guys have just amazing hearts and the wonderful things you do for the community. I think it's awesome. So thank you for doing what you do.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, John, and we hope to see you all this summer.
Absolutely. Again, it all starts on June 3rd with the Human Race, which is an amazing organization, an amazing event, and it's coming up on June 3rd at Sertoma Park. And then Rock the Block, and that is the community outreach weekend that's happening at Union Gospel Mission June 10th and also June 11th. And I'll have a link to all of the information at facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for This Day in Sioux Falls History, brought to you by the Sioux Falls Fun Page and Sunny 93.3. It was on this day, May 19th, 1991, the Augustana Vikings women's softball team win their first ever NCAA Division II National Championship. The Vikings would be named the champions a second time, May 27th, 2019, after defeating all challengers in the national tournament. This has been This Day in Sioux Falls History, brought to you by SiouxFallsFunPage.com and Sunny 93.3.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If it's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring in your current phone. iPhones and Samsung phones both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Friday, May 19th, brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Equity markets advanced Thursday in hopes the U.S. would reach a debt ceiling agreement soon. The move led the S&P 500 up nearly a full percentage point to reach the highest level in more than 6 months. This new high may attract new buyers and result in another high, but the market is not out of the woods yet. The S&P 500 is trading within a tight range that has capped stocks for over a year. A move up to 4,300 is expected, but more than that is just a guess. Retail earnings are mixed so far. Some are beating expectations. A few are guiding the year higher, but all indicate weakness in the second quarter. The risk for the market is that weakness will linger into the third quarter and result in a downward revision when the second quarter results are released. The takeaway is that the S&P 500 is still in a rolling bear market and could hit the next top at any time. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at MarketBeatMinute.com.
InsuranceChicken.com wants to know, how much are you paying for your insurance? I know it seems like a hassle to switch to a different company, but if you can save a few bucks, it's worth crossing the road to InsuranceChicken.com. We have several of the top insurance companies trying to earn your business. They do that by offering great insurance that is cheap. Okay, enough of the silly chicken puns. It's time to get serious about saving you money on your insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.